After this video, you will finally understand how to make consistent profits. It doesn't matter if you're trading stocks, crypto, or Forex, this strategy works on them all. This strategy is one of the best kept secrets in the world of investing, and today I'm breaking it down for you, so make sure to stick around to the end of the video and hit that subscribe button. Now let's set everything up. First, go to indicators, metrics, and strategies, and I want you guys to type in smart money concepts. You guys are going to be looking for the Lux Algo version because it's 100% free. Next, you guys are going to be going over here to the settings, and I want you guys to click on the color candles, and I want you guys to turn the confluence filter and go from tiny to normal for the label size on both of them. Next, I want you guys to turn off show weak strong highs, and I want you guys to turn on both the order blocks. After that, turn off everything else, and I want you guys to hit OK. From here, you guys are going to add the next indicator, which is going to be called the super trend indicator. Right here, all I want you guys just to make sure it's all one word, and you guys are going to be looking for Keyvon. That's the person that made it. Afterwards, you guys are going to go to the settings, and I want you guys to type in 50 and 5.1, and just like that, you guys can choose HLC3 or HLC2. Make sure you do a little bit of back testing on this one just to make sure it works with your individual thing. It's because sometimes cryptocurrencies and Forex and stocks are all a little bit different from themselves. Next, I want you guys to go over here to MACD, moving average convergence divergence. It's going to be very, very important for this one. First, we're just going to do a little bit of aesthetic work. I want you guys to go over here to style, make the orange line as thick as possible, and I want you guys to make the blue line as thick as possible as well. Next, we're going to be going over here to inputs, and I want you guys to make the fast length 20, slow length 40, and the signal smoothing is going to be 12. Afterwards, I hit OK, and then from here we're going to be adding on the next indicator, which is going to be the stochastic. You guys can just add stoke and it'll show it to you right there. Add a star to it if you guys haven't already, and then from here, just like what we did with the MACD, we're going to be fine-tuning this to make it a little bit easier to see. We're going to make everything thicker, and from here go to inputs, and I want you guys to turn the K length to 60, leave the K length at 1, and make the D length 16, then hit OK. After that, we're going to be adding one final indicator, and that's going to be the squeeze momentum indicator from Lazy Bear. Has about 85,000 likes right now for good reason. After that, as always, going back over to the settings, we're not going to change any of the inputs, but we're just going to go over here to the style, and we're going to make everything a little bit thicker as far as the crosses are concerned, okay? Black thicker, gray thicker, but what we're going to do is actually turn the gray to green, and we're going to turn the black to red. Green is good, black is not good, okay? Red is bad, green is good. That should help you guys out a lot here. Now, before we go over this strategy, it's extremely important that you guys understand how to read these indicators. Now, this is one of my personal favorite indicators, and it's called Smart Money Concepts by Lux Algo. For this strategy, there are three main parts you must understand. First is the break of structure. This occurs when the price breaks a prior higher high in an uptrend or a lower low in a downtrend. This is the indicator showing you that the trend is continuing to go on and you can continue to hold on to your position. Next up is the change of character. This occurs when the price breaks a prior high or low, or the price breaks a lower high. When you see these signals, it's the indicator highlighting a potential reversal. The third part is order blocks. This is a very simple way of showing important levels of support and resistance on a chart. Sometimes we overthink while trading and forget that support and resistance matters. Do not forget. After the Smart Money Concepts indicator, we have the super trend indicator. It's used to identify market trends and potential entry and exit points. This is a very strong indicator in volatile markets, but should be ignored in sideways markets. The third indicator you must know how to use is the MACD. To use this indicator, you must be able to read crossovers and divergence. Sounds simple, but it can get complicated. Crossovers are very easy to spot on your charts. When the blue line crosses below the orange line, that is a bearish signal. And when the blue line crosses above the orange line, that is a bullish signal. I prefer only using the signals when the MACD is at an oversold or overbought level. If the crossover happens in the middle of the MACD, I tend to ignore it. Now, the most powerful part of the MACD is going to be the divergence. This is a cheat sheet I made for you guys, but there's tons of them online, so make sure to go get one for yourself and print it out and put it right next to your computer. Now, what you're looking for are specific scenarios that will tell you, hey, this is very bullish, or hey, this is very bearish. For example, if you guys have a lower low for the price, but you also have the MACD making a higher low, that's going to be a very strong bullish signal, which is going to signal that you should buy. On the other hand here, if you see the price is making a higher high, but the MACD is making an equal high, that means you guys are looking at a weak bearish divergence, which is actually a sell signal here. So you guys, you can use a lot of these combinations to determine, hey, Is there something I should know? Is there a reason for me to be buying, or is there a reason for me to be shorting right now? Now, what is the MACD showing us on this Bank of America weekly chart? We see a few crossovers, and we see one gigantic divergence that ended up making somebody a lot of money. Now let's check out these signals. In 2020, we had a bearish cross with a blue line crossed down below the orange line. What happened? After that occurred, we continued to fall, so if you guys were to open up a short or some puts, you guys were making a good amount of money. If we move over a little bit further to the middle of 2020 and the middle of 2021, you guys are going to see that boom, we had a crossover where the blue line went above the orange line. And guess what? If you guys bought right there and just held, you guys were in a very good spot where you guys made some money. After that, you see something very special. You guys see a divergence pop up right after that, and this is very, very important. You guys will see that the MACD had lower highs, but the price of Bank of America was having higher highs. And what does that mean? That means it is a strong bearish divergence, and that is very, very important for you guys to understand, because what happened next, the price of Bank of America finally came down. It's not going to tell you exactly when, but you know it's coming, so you guys are not going to be holding as many long-term positions in this scenario. This is something very important that you guys have to understand. If you guys look within that divergence, you're going to see a couple crossovers, but guess what? Neither of them worked. MACDs are not 100% accurate when it comes to giving you guys buy and sell signals, which is why we're putting this together with all of these other indicators to give you guys the best strategy possible. Now we're moving over to the stochastic indicator. This indicator works best in consistent trading ranges, so it's making up for the weakness we saw from the super trend indicator that we covered earlier. You are looking for two main important things that will make this strategy so much easier for you guys to comprehend. Just like the MACD, you want the blue line to cross the orange line, but for the stochastic indicator, you have to be even more precise. You want to make sure the bullish crossover occurs in the oversold level and the bearish crossover occurs in the overbought level. The reason I had you change up the numbers in the equation at the beginning of this video was to make sure you could profit from this next part. After you see the crossover, you want to make sure that you wait for the orange line to cross back into the neutral zone, which is less than 80 or above 20. Now, as you're looking at this Tesla chart, you're going to notice a few different things looking at the stochastic indicator. Back in May, we had a bullish crossover where the blue line crossed above the orange line, and it happened in the oversold territory. And what happened if you bought then? Wow, you guys made a lot of profit. But what happened in between June and July? Well, we had a few crossovers going in both directions, but we did have some bearish crossovers. But what happened? If you guys would have waited for the orange line to get back into that neutral zone, you guys wouldn't have gotten trapped and had a false signal. That's the main goal. And even if you go back in the May, look at this. When the orange line got back into that neutral zone, that's when we started to move up a little bit faster. So that way your money is not just sitting and going sideways, you're actually going up and you're catching all of the momentum. And if you guys are looking to see what's happening right now, we're about to have a bullish crossover happen again in the oversold territory, meaning that Tesla has a good opportunity here, as long as all the other indicators match up, to go higher and bounce off of this level of support. The last indicator before I show you guys the strategy is going to be the squeeze momentum indicator, and I promise you guys this explanation will be quick. You're going to be looking for divergences just like the MACD and looking to buy when the crosses turn gray, or on our charts, green. When the crosses are black, or again red in our charts, you will most likely be holding off so your money isn't just sitting around until the next big move. Remember, expect more volatility when you see the green crosses. That's why you guys want to start buying there. Two big things I want you guys to focus on this Tesla chart. First things first, you guys see from June to the midpoint of July, you guys are looking at a massive bearish divergence where the oscillator is having lower highs, but the price of Tesla is having higher highs. And guess what? The bearish divergence won again. Now, when you guys are looking for the green crosses and the red crosses, if you guys are buying or opening positions in the red crosses, not much is actually happening at that point in time. When you have the green crosses, that usually means you're looking at a little bit more volatility and a little bit faster money coming your way. Now, here's how you guys can master this strategy nice and easy. All you guys are looking for is 5 bullish signals or 5 bearish signals before you guys make your trade, and then you guys are going to be holding into your next big level of support or resistance. For example here, let's take a look at this last drop that Tesla had on the 4-hour chart. What did we have? We had the sell signal, we had a change of character right here. You can see that from the point that all of these candles are red. That's why when we came over here, we actually made this color candles, okay? Now, that's 1, that's 2. What else do we have? A bearish divergence plus the crossover. That's going to be 3, maybe even 4 if you want to count it that way. What happened? We also had right here the stochastic having the bearish crossover. Now, what's interesting is we didn't have the orange line crossover until here, but what happened if you guys bought over here? You guys had to wait less time before you guys were making money, so your money just wasn't waiting and going sideways. And afterwards, you guys can see the squeeze happening right here. Now, let's go back in time a little bit more. Hey, guess what? We had a buy, change of character, that's 2. 3 right here with a crossover, 4 right here with a crossover and the orange line being in, and 5 right there. We have the crossover right there from the green. That's all saying go, go, go. Now, this is why I love to use it so much. You guys can see even when things don't work out your way, look at this. We had a big old drop, we had a buy, a change of character right here, crossover, crossover, and boy, oh boy, we're squeezing. Boom, it works like a charm. You guys can always try this on different time frames or different stocks. I love trading this with Tesla, but maybe let's say I want to go over here to Nvidia and I move over right here. Nvidia has been crazy over the past few weeks, as you guys know. We have a sell signal. If I go over here, we also have a change of character in the red direction. We have the MACD over here, plus a huge divergence. On top of that, guess what? We have the stochastic saying sell, and we have just started to squeeze here over the past few days. And what's happened? It came down for maybe about 12, 24 hours, and it's bounced back up right here to an order block. The order block will help you make sure that, and if you guys want to hop on here and do a short, you guys are going to be waiting for this short to break down, or the price to break down before the actual order block. That is going to be crucial. It stops you guys from buying before the support level is broken. And the last thing about this strategy that's going to make it very easy for you guys is don't forget how to do your simple technical analysis like a trend line. Hey, guess what? We were in a trend line. Oh my gosh, we broke down. We broke down after having all of these bearish signals, and now you can make a little bit of money trading this instead of just waiting for the sell signal there. But the sell signal is if you guys are looking for some of those larger moves. Look at this buy signal down here. Buy, change of character, crossover, crossover, and the squeeze, all pointing you to massive returns, massive gains. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for my next strategy and give this video a like so the YouTube algorithm will promote the video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time out every day to learn how to trade. Today's video is sponsored by Fairdesk, a premier crypto exchange specializing in futures, spot, and copy trading. Use my link to join today and enjoy special perks, including extremely low fees. Dive into the future of trading with Fairdesk, where you can copy the best traders around.